If you're having suicidal thoughts or feelings or feel like you have no hope, please call 988. There, you can talk to someone who not only cares about your story, but cares about you. Please reach out today. Thomas P. Murphy once said, "Minutes are worth more than money. Spend them wisely." At Minutes Wisely, we take that to heart. Our mission is to decrease veteran suicide by providing life-changing experiences for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star families. We believe that we can make a lasting impact by rekindling a sense of purpose and fostering community through sponsored tickets to sporting events. These experiences are not just about the game, they're about the moments that can change lives. A simple sporting event can boost joy and instill a sense of renewed hope and purpose for those who have served. Join us in making a difference. Become a moment maker and empower a veteran with rediscovered hope. Visit minuteswisely.com for more information and to get involved. Together, we can make every moment count.
Welcome back to another episode of TSP. How y'all doing?
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hey, before we get started, I just want to remind everyone that this show spawned the nonprofit Minutes Wisely, and we send veterans, first responders, Gold Star members. Did I say that right? Gold Star family members.
Gold Star family members.
My brain skipped beat.
Hey, dude, you're missing a day. You thought it was like Wednesday. So, yeah.
I'm a mess. That's what happens when you have surgery and like you get brain fog. I can't even talk today.
No, you can't. It's okay, man. It's okay. I'll forgive you.
Anyways, couple of things that Minutes Wisely is doing here in the near future. I have two veterans, two separate families. They're both veterans. One's a Navy veteran, one's a Army veteran. Both of them have children that have brain cancer, and we're going to lift them up and do something really cool for them. So be on the lookout for some fundraising. I started the fundraising campaign today. I created it. I haven't sent it out yet, but one of the young boys is local here to Middle Tennessee. The other one is in Texas, and we're going to do something very cool for them, like really, really cool for them. And another one is a Gold Star mom. I have one of my board members taking her and her kids to a zoo, and not just the zoo, but we're going to get them backstage to different events at the zoo. So it's going to be very cool. That's the kind of things that Minutes Wisely does. And it's all because we sit here and run our suck for an hour.
And talk to heroes.
And talk to heroes.
And
like
talk to
Joe
heroes.
Staz.
Joe, you okay? You frozen over there?
No, I'm good. I was waiting for the intro.
Yeah.
All good.
Hold on. Our last guest, Alexandra Janelli, one of my friends from high school that we interviewed, she actually wants me to talk about this. She's made up a code for all veterans, all of them, every single one of you. So write this fucking thing down. Okay, this code TSP 90, Tango Sierra Papa 90. That is the coupon code for 90 days of free Go Burble. It's hypnotism and calming app that she created that helps with PTSD. I've been using it for 45 days. It's amazing. She uses alpha, beta, theta waves, helps you go to sleep, helps you lose weight, helps you de-stress. It is an amazing application.
And do yourself a favor, go check her out on Instagram because she's not bad to look at.
Yeah, she's pretty cute. I've known her for 31 years. And it's funny. I love her to death, but she was a hippie. I mean, she was a hippie in high school, like Fish, Grateful Dead, Dave Matthews, which I love Dave Matthews. But like Fish and Grateful Dead, that wasn't like really my scene. But she was, she, she's awesome. She's amazing. She's not a hippie anymore. She's like a doctor. So she's awesome.
Somebody
Third,
gonna attack you?
huh?
Is somebody gonna attack you?
No, my wife just came in and she overheard me talking about Alexandra. She wanted me to,
Got busted.
yeah, I got busted. Shit, sorry, hon. Marine
Real
Corps.
ones. Now we gotta celebrate the real ones.
The real people. Just kidding, Army. Go
No,
Navy.
we're not.
Beat
No, we're not.
Army.
All right.
Do you want me to?
Yeah,
Is it
go ahead
time?
and introduce Mr. Joe
Dude,
Staz.
I, boys and girls, men and women, pogues, operators, all the people that are listening to us, I want you to meet this hunk of a man, this 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines, India Company warrior that was my senior, I think. I don't know. I'm kind of fuzzy about like when he started, but I guess it'll all come back to me when he starts talking. But Joe Stazione, the man, the myth, the legend, the 3-8 warrior, which by the way, Joe, we had Brandon Standridge on freaking like 2 days ago.
Right on.
And tomorrow we have Henry Mendoza. So like it's a whole like 3-8.
Like 3-8 week.
It's a 3-8 week. It's crazy, man. 3-8 guys want to like do the podcast. I don't know.
Should have done this in March.
That's right. We should have done this
Yeah.
in March. That's right. But Joe, please introduce yourself, sir.
My name is Joe Stazione. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 99 to 2003.
Yep. Definitely a
was in
boot. Yep. I am
Yeah.
definitely a boot to you. Yep.
Was Kings Bay, Georgia for the first 2 years I was
Oh,
in, and then went to 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines. Checked in, I think like 5 hours. I missed the flight to Ramadi, or not Ramadi.
Haiti.
Where were they at? Haiti.
Haiti.
No,
yeah.
not Haiti. Not Haiti. No, they were at the embassy in Kabul.
Oh,
That's what it was. I missed the
my
Kabul
God.
deployment. Yeah, I missed the Kabul deployment by like 5 hours. We checked in, me and my buddy John, we were on our leave. We had 30 days leave, and we coordinated it. We're like, we're coming in the night before, so we don't miss it, and we're gonna check in as late as we possibly can. So we showed up at like 4:30 and checked in, and they left that morning for
Holy shit.
yeah, for Kabul. It was wild because I ended up as a platoon commander for 3-8. I checked in Casey. I was Casey's worst nightmare. That poor kid. He yeah,
God rest his soul. I love him, man.
I know. Well, me and him actually, so that's a funny story. He checked in, and it was him, Alexander, a whole bunch of other guys. Alexander goes UA.
I remember that motherfucker.
That kid goes UA, and I'm sitting there, and we're getting ready to do our it was a pre-McCree before everybody came back from Kabul, right? I'm the platoon commander. I'm a corporal. We're down in formation. You remember Burgos?
I heard the name. I don't think I ever met him, but
So he was my roommate.
Holy
He was
shit.
a good dude. He was my roommate for a long time. I still talk to him. He's down in Florida, but he's got everybody formed up right in front of our rooms, and I'm looking around. I'm like, where the fuck is Casey? And I already had a bone to pick with this kid. So like, where the fuck is Casey? And he's like, and one of the guys was like, we were loud, and he slept in the other room. Well, this room was condemned. It was Camp Lejeune. There was no AC in this room, and it was, I think, like August, right? And there's mold. There's mold growing on the fucking walls and shit. And there's no AC. So I go, okay. So I go up to, it was a room right, I think 1 or 2 down from me. So I open the door real nice and slow, and I look in, and sure as shit, he's sleeping on the rack with nothing but his poncho liner and his boxer shorts. I was like, I got this motherfucker. I opened the door, man. I flicked on the lights. Said, Casey, what the fuck are you doing? He jumped up. He thought he was back at boot camp. Like, he had just checked in. So it was boot camp, SOI, and me. And he jumps up. He goes to the position of attention. I kick in his room door, which was next door, and there were 2 kids sleeping in there. One ended up getting dinged. That was a whole nother story. He got dinged for theft, and cocaine got booted. I can't remember his name, black kid. and then there was
Gotta love
Wilson.
3-8, man. You gotta love
Oh
it.
man, it was bad. That was a bad one. I threw that kid through the quarter deck. But then there was Wilson was in there, and they weren't going to the field. They had something going on, and they weren't going to the field. I kick in the fucking door. I throw Casey in there, and I start launching his shit off the second deck. His whole pack, everything. He ended up going out for like a week in the field with like another boot, his poncho liner, and like a skivvy shirt. That was it. Like he ended up out of nothing, absolutely nothing. I flipped my shit, and we ended up week in the field after that.
That's funny that you did all that stuff to Casey, because then, in retrospect, Casey then did that to his boots. Because when I got there, Casey was my senior when I
Oh
got
my
there in
God.
December. And that motherfucker, I mean, I love Casey. He was my squad leader in 05, and he beat the, I mean, he didn't beat the, well, no, yeah, he beat the crap out of me. He did.
Was Sight still there?
Scythe was my roommate.
Okay, so
Dude, that guy, dude, he would have a girl in his room,
oh,
and
I know, man.
he would lock me out of my own room because he was getting busy with a girl, and I had to stand outside at parade rest guarding his fucking door.
That motherfucker used to hide chicks on ship in the berthing area.
Jesus.
Don't even get me started on that one. But him and Casey, we're doing our escape and evasion at J-Dub, and I'm at the top of the hill with Link and Hacker, and we're at the top of the hill trying to figure out where we're at.
I've heard that name before.
Oh yeah, Hacker was a good dude. Me and that guy, I got stories for days on that guy. But I turn around and Casey and Scythe are beating the shit out of each other at the bottom of the hill. So I run down the hill and I separate them. I was like, "That's it. You two are fucking roommates the rest of the deployment." And we ended up getting stop lost. So we were over in Japan for 9 months, and this was in December. We didn't get back till October. So this was not January. It was January because we were at
2003. 2003. Okay.
So I made them roommates the rest of the time. Well, Casey used to fuck with Scythe. No, Scythe used to fuck with Casey and tell him that somebody was looking. Well, he would tell me he was looking for, like, somebody was looking for him, and he would get the duty involved and everything else. So I get knock on the door, and he goes, Sergeant Staz, he goes, was anybody here looking for me? I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? He's like, man, he goes, Scythe said that, like, the feds were in my room and there's cameras. He's got his room completely tore apart looking for cameras and all kinds of other shit in his room. Man.
Well, that actually explains a lot right now. What you just said, that explains a lot.
Those two, man, the rest of deployment, they were best friends by the end of deployment.
Well, okay, you would be very proud of 3-8, man, because at Casey's funeral, there were more 3-8 warriors at his funeral than he had family members. There was like 35 3-8 guys.
What happened to Casey?
Casey, he got out, and then he played basketball for UConn, and then he married this woman, Ukrainian or Russian, I don't even know what she was. They lived in Connecticut, huge house. He had a couple reunions there for 3-8. Well, he was kind of paranoid about cops and stuff like that. I might be getting the story wrong, but he had been up for like 5 days because somebody had told him that the cops are looking for him. Because Joe, you just kind of like something sank in when you just told that story. So people, like, he thought people were looking for him. So he was up for 5 days. He didn't sleep at all. And one night he went outside and he thought the cops were after him. He ran into the woods, had a heart attack, fell into 3 inches of water, and he drowned.
I had no idea how he died.
His brother, well, when I was up there, his brother told me, and then Witchman, remember Witchman?
I don't think he was there.
Witchman then actually he called the autopsy, and actually he didn't believe me because I got it from his brother. Witchman actually had to call the autopsy to get the story, and our stories, collided. They meshed up, but he was 40. He was 42 when he died, and it was rough. Casey was my squad leader, and you used to beat the crap. You made him into a good Marine because he made me into a good Marine. So thank you, Joe, for making him a good Marine to make me a good Marine.
That kid was a trip, man.
He was a
We
good
had
basketball
some good
player
times.
too.
Yeah, we talked. He called me. They got back from Haiti. It was 2 days
After
before St. Patrick's
2004.
Day.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it was
October 2004.
no, it was March. It was a couple days before St.
March.
Patrick's Day.
Yeah, March. That's
As
right, March.
I was making stools. We were having a party. I was making stools over at my dad's house, and my phone rings. I had no idea who it was. And I pick up the phone, and I get, "Is this Sergeant Staz?" I was like, "Who is this?" He goes, "This." He goes, "This is Casey." I said, "I told you to never fucking call me." He goes, "I'm gonna come find you." I said, "I will kill you when I open the door. I will fucking shoot you." And that's how bad it was, man. Like me and this kid, like I loved him
Wow.
because like he did exactly like he got thrashed. That I made that kid's life hell. We were in where the fuck were we? We were in the Philippines, and something happened. Him and Scythe, and I was like, back then I could run
Damn, you
actually
guys went
a
to the
lot.
fucking Philippines?
Yeah, we were over there because when we were in Japan. The war kicked off when we were March of '03, and we ended up going on LF Carrot. It was a boat, and we went to no, I take that back. We went J-Dub Philippines, and then we were
Right.
stop loss there, and we went to Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Brunei. I think it was it.
Was Vorgang with you?
Yeah, he was my lieutenant.
Vorgang. Okay, Mike was with you.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, now it's because I know you guys. You mentioned Kabul, and then after that you guys went to the UDP, and Sergeant Herrera was there too, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
I
I
remember
remember him
Herrera.
telling me about the fish heads and the rice he had to eat before we went to Iraq in '05, like Haiti '04, Iraq '05, Iraq '06, 22nd
So
MEU.
you were over there. You were over in Iraq with him when Cheese died.
Yeah,
Pineda.
when Gunny Ball
So
died. Yeah.
here's a fucked up story.
Oh man.
So I hosted a motorcycle run in Phoenix. That's what got me the recognition from 22 Kill, Jimmy Mack, and that's how I ended up in Texas.
Yeah.
My club, the Infidel Nation in Phoenix, hosted the biggest veteran ride in the state. And I'm gonna butcher this because I can't. Laura, okay. So when you guys were over there at that time, like, okay, back up. The rides that we hosted, we picked a veteran in the state, and we would do this ride for him. We would promote it all year, and we built it up to where we were giving a veteran $20,000 a year.
Nice.
We would annually donate one veteran $20,000 a year. One, we donated 20 grand. We had Home Depot completely renovate his house. Got him a trip out here to go through the Adaptive Training Foundation. Which, if any of
Damn.
you guys out there don't know what the Adaptive Training Foundation is, look them up. ATF, Adaptive Training Foundation, they do all adaptive athletes. If you ever feel sorry for yourself, watch a video. Like these motherfuckers are absolutely amazing. But sent Phil out here. Phil ended up moving out here, and now he's a trainer at ATF. So like we did a lot of stuff for a lot of families. We get this girl, Laura Bringast was her name. She was one of the security guards that they had posted at the gates at at that time to search female Iraqis. Okay, they were picking her up, and she wouldn't tell me her story. And I looked up the date, I looked up her, and I started reading the story, and it said, I can't remember if he was a sergeant or corporal at the time, but Pineda. And
Pineda?
I that when he passed away, he got shot. They she was she He saved her life and died.
No.
That's how he died. When they were on their way back from the gate, they got ambushed, and there was a huge fire, everything like that. And she was burned like 70% of her body. He pulled her out of the fire and took the round through the chest,
Oh my God.
pulling her out. So I hit
did
her.
not
I
know
hit her
that.
up. I texted her. I said, "How did you know? Did you know Cheese?" And she called me. She goes, "How do you know him?" I said, "I served with him. He was in 3rd Battalion, 8th Marines with me when I was in 2nd Platoon, India Company." And she goes, "He saved my life. He's the one who saved my life." So that was connection to all of the
Yeah.
things, all of the people we could have picked in all of the places. Yeah, that's pretty
Jesus.
wild. That's pretty wild.
Are you okay? I have to ask this question, man, because you've given up. You were 3-8 India, second platoon.
Mhm.
You went to all these places. Are you the godfather of the slam pigs?
I don't even know what that is.
Well, you remember John Bouchard, right? Yeah, John
No.
Bouchard lives in Hendersonville, like right up the road from us.
You next time you see him a lot.
I haven't. I see him on Facebook. He builds engines up in Hendersonville.
You ask him next time you talk to him, you ask him about me. Old fucking Bobby Boucher. I love that motherfucker.
Bobby
was-
Boucher. Oh my God, he said Bobby Boucher. Holy shit. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
I
So I guess
can't.
you.
Oh
I
my
guess
God,
you
I
are
can't.
the original slam pig.
That motherfucker. I don't know anything about that, but that motherfucker. Yeah,
Like,
man.
it's funny because you knew all these guys, and these guys turned into my seniors, and they all all the salty guys in second. They call themselves the Slam Pigs. Casey, Bouchard, Pettis, Potts, Stockton.
That must have been like right after me because like
It was
I
yeah.
have the original fucking Dirty Bird tattoo
Oh
from
God,
We All Got in Okinawa. That's everybody's initials.
no fucking way.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit. This is like,
There's
dude,
guys.
Fleek, I'm sorry, man. This is like 3-8 history right here. Like, oh my God. Damn.
Yeah, there's guys on there that I don't know. There was guys that were out before I left.
Now you when did you after Japan, what happened after Japan, the Philippines?
So we got stop lost over there. We were supposed to be back in Lejeune in June because actually wrote on skivvy shirts. It was supposed to be Lejeune in June, and it was crossed out. In July, it was crossed out all the way to October. We got back in like late September, early October, and IEAS almost immediately.
Okay.
And a lot of us thought about lap moving. Because we watched the beginning of the war on CNN. You know, I went in peacetime. I went in '99. Had no idea, obviously the war was going to kick off or anything was going to happen. I was on post. I was sitting in the alarm control center, the main post of access into and out of all of the buildings in the limited area of all the nuclear weapons in Kings Bay, Georgia, when the towers came down. So that was absolute chaotic day, and all the things that led up to that, and all the things that went on with 3-8. Tried lap moving. They wouldn't let me lap move. I was going through a divorce while we were in Japan, and all they wanted me to do was be a part of the platoon. They sent me to Humvee school. They sent me to black belt school. They sent me to all these different schools. They offered me jump school. They offered me sniper school. They offered me like everything to stay in. And I didn't want any of it. I just wanted to handle my divorce because at the time, all I had in my head was I was getting out. I remember sitting on a boat. Where was Singapore? They were getting off the boat in Malaysia, and Vorgang walked in the berthing area and he goes, "Why aren't you on the flight deck?" I was like, "I'm not getting off." He goes, "The fuck you mean you're not getting off?" I looked at my watch. I said, "It's July 23rd. IEAS in 3 days. Get fucked." And he walked out the door. He closed the door and he left. That was it. So we like all this different shit.
Hi, Mike.
And
yep.
they
We
wanted
just talked about you.
they wanted to NJP me, not Vorgang, but like First Sergeant Kitchen.
Oh,
And,
Toby Kitchen. Oh shit.
First Sergeant Parrish. First Sergeant Parrish lost his shit. I was so mad. I was in my kilt. It was field day night, and he goes, "What in the fuck is that, Marine?" And he fucking lost his mind on me.
You're wearing
wait.
You're wearing a kilt, like
an
actual kilt.
Yeah, I had one. I played rugby for the Marine Corps and a couple of the base teams, and we just after the games we wore kilts. Yeah,
That's wicked. That's cool.
So a lot of different stuff. But I tried to lap move, but all that was going on, and then the divorce, and I got out. I moved to Arizona. I got out October 10th, 2003. Got to Arizona October 21st, the day after my birthday that year. And then it was a weird few years. So didn't know I raided the VA. Didn't know I didn't like, and nobody knew anything back then, right? Completely 2003. Like, bro, like you got out in 2003 or around about that time, and you try to do anything related, like GI Bill, all that stuff. They had no fucking clue what was going on. Veteran benefits, nobody knew about veteran benefits. My recruiter, you be able to get a job anywhere, man. You be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do when you get out. Tijuana, the donkey show. I'm like, sign me the fuck up. He's exactly what he said. He goes, what, the Tijuana saw the donkey fuck this chick. I said, sign me up, man. What the fuck is going on? It's insane. He told me I'd be able to get a job anywhere. So I get out. What the fuck am I gonna do? I had when I was in Japan, because right before we deployed to Japan, which all the senior guys they were coming back from Kabul weren't really happy because I was 2 days, day and a half on the McCree, and then I had Commandant signed orders to go play rugby for the Marine Corps. So I left our actual like pre-deployment deployment to go play rugby for 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Played all over the world, with different ports we went to and stuff like that. So I had a pretty extensive resume by the time I got out, and I sent it to ASU. I got picked up by ASU. But I had to pay to go to college. They were gonna put me on a team, and then coach of Scottsdale or coach of Cave Creek messaged me, and my dad lived in Cave Creek, so I ended up getting out and playing for Cave Creek. I was like, well, I want to go to school. No idea where to start. What I didn't know is that I actually had to pay some fucking bills. So I remember I came home from a rugby game. I was in my kilt. I was smashed. And my mom was like, this ain't happening. What the fuck are you doing? I was like 24 years old, right? So immediately, I wasn't even out. I wasn't even out a month. And I was already moved in with a buddy of mine, Sanchez. He got out with us. You would have known him. They would call him Dirty. So if there were
That
any
was Dirty
stories that rolled around,
Sanchez?
Dirt. Yeah, I gave him that nickname. It was
I've
I
heard.
moved in
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
his I moved in with his cousin, which
Jesus.
was a train wreck. But I didn't know, like, I had to get a job. So my dad hooks me up. I start pumping concrete for a big pump company in Phoenix. And then that was it. I was playing rugby and I was pumping concrete. My dreams of going to college and everything else out the window. I didn't know anything. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know how to apply for GI Bill or any of that shit. 2 years later, I ended up going to community college. Year and a half later, that didn't go very well. Still pumping concrete, but I pumped concrete. I was a forklift operator. I was a laborer on a rail crew doing light rail in Phoenix. I was a carpenter working for my dad. I went back to pumping concrete. I worked at a gym. I worked at a mortgage company. And then a buddy of mine that I'm still really good friends with, we were out on this boat and I was like, man, I said, Dally, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I do construction site safety. Like, well, what the fuck is that? And he got me all my certifications, and I ended up going to work for a consulting company. And I stayed working for the consulting company, and I worked for Kiewit Construction for a couple of years, and then I went back to the consulting company because it was such good money. I was making 90 grand in Phoenix
Jesus.
and out at Intel, it was super easy. But I looked at it the same way I did as a sergeant in the Marine Corps. Like, everybody went home safe today. Everybody went home alive. You know what I mean? All their fingers, all their toes. That was my job. And my crews would be so dialed in that other safety guys would get pissy with me. So it was one of those things where I just kind of like bit my tongue and didn't know what to do. It's like, you are fucking retarded, and is what I wanted to tell everybody. Well, luckily, the owner of the company I was working for was a fucking Marine. So a couple times I walked off site, and that whole thing just did not work well for me. I ended up working for another company, big pipe company. I went to welding school. One of the guys I worked with at Intel found out that I was going through welding school, and he knew I was a safety guy. He was working for his son's pipe company, and they were like middle of the road company, kind of like medium company going to be a bigger company. They were doing a lot of nuclear stuff. So they wanted a safety guy, but they didn't want a safety guy. And the owner of the company kind of got sideways with me one day, and that ended my fucking job real fucking quick. And I went into business for myself. My dad had just retired about 2 years, and we were on our second year ride. So this would have been like 2015, I think, when I finished welding school. And a guy that I knew, I was in his office and I was like, what did you pay for all this woodwork, man? He had like sliding barn doors and um, a couple other things in there. What did you pay for all this stuff? He was 80 grand. Like, 80 grand. I was like, you need to call me. I was like, what's the next thing you're supposed to have done? And he shows me this picture of this desk. So I sent it to my dad. I was like, can we build this? He goes, yeah, of course we can build it. My dad can build anything. Like, legitimately a civil engineer, probably the smartest man I ever met in my entire life, and could literally build anything from nothing. Absolutely, we can build that. Grandfather was a master carpenter, so woodwork side, metal side, all this different stuff. And he goes, yeah, we can build it. He goes, what do you think? I was like, house $3,000, 3,500. The guy's like, done. So we built him like 6 desks. Then we built him a whole section of cubicles. Then we built him a conference table. And next thing you know, we got a rustic industrial furniture company going. And right before I finished school, a girl, friend of a club member I was friends with, sends me a picture of an American flag. She goes, "You think you can make this?" And it was a tore up version of the flag. I was like, "Absolutely, I can make it. Let me see what I can do." And I had just mismatched stainless steel, so I welded a bunch of shit together. We drew out this. Me and 2 other guys drew out this nice flag, and I didn't like it, and I didn't like the one she sent me, so I drew my own torn up flag and the holes in it and all the other things, and we cut it up. We cut each individual stripe, and we bent everything. We tacked everything together. We heated it for color, and we put it up in the clubhouse. Our second year ride. Well, everybody from Boston came in. The ride we used to host was called the Phoenix Wounded Vet Run. There was a Boston Wounded Vet Run that started it all, and I think there was like 9 other states after me. And we were the first successful state outside of Boston. He would raise an average of, he'd give 20 grand away to 5 different vets, modify houses, bought trucks, cars, trikes. He'd take care of these people, but he'd usually do 5 vets a year, and they would
Yeah.
shut down the entire city. 20,000 bikes, 10,000 bikes, something like that. 10,000
Oh
bikes,
shit.
10,000 bikes, about 20 to 30,000 people would show up. It was absolutely insane. Took 3 municipalities, police to do the whole escort, 2-hour ride through Boston. Absolutely unbelievable. It was like a parade. You had
Whoa.
people lining the streets. Look it up. Boston Wounded Vet Run.
Yeah.
Andy's a great dude. He wrote a book called The Rifle.
That's him?
Yeah, that's Andy Biggio.
Yeah, I've
Real
got the
good dude.
rifle downstairs. It's a great
Yeah.
book.
Yeah, Andy's a pretty rad dude. But he started the ride, and we hung it in the clubhouse. Everybody from Boston came in, saw the flag, and sales went through the roof. So that was how I started doing the flags. The ride, funny story there. When I first started my club in Arizona, I had called the dude out for stolen valor that started it with me. He told me, "Man, we're good. Don't need to do anything, blah, blah, blah." I didn't know shit. I bought a motorcycle. About 6 months later, he's like, "Let's do this thing." I'm like, "All right, sounds like a good idea." I got a patch, and I found out he said he was second recon,
Huh.
two Purple Hearts, Bronze Star, all this other stuff. I found out he was
With
a
a
Lance
V?
Corporal and
With a V?
yeah. I found out he was a Lance Corporal in an Arty unit. Well, I called him out, I booted him, and I ended up squaring up everything in the state and with my guys. And luckily I had one other dude, Army vet, and then I found 3 civilians that would stand with me, and we ended up standing up the Infidel Nation, which there was a chapter in Tennessee for a while. They were doing some
Really?
pretty good stuff. Yeah, like right around your area. Kid's name was Andy. They ended up shutting down, I think, like 4 years ago.
Huh.
Some different stuff, politics and community anyway. But the guy I called out, I had a page on my website, Fakes and Posers page. Well, Andy calls me up, Biggio, and he's like, "Hey, there's a guy running around with your patch on. They called out for stolen valor. I was like, yeah, I'm the one that called him out. He goes, I'm Andy Biggio. Have you ever heard of the Boston Wounded Vet Run? I was like, no, I have not. He goes, we should do this in Phoenix. So him, saluting Marine Tim Chambers, and then one of their honorees came out to Arizona, and we lined out a route, our Scottsdale Harley, our start point, where Bob Parsons, the owner of GoDaddy, he was a 1st Battalion Vietnam era Purple Heart recipient Marine, multi-billionaire. So his bike was up there, and I asked him, whose bike is this? Painted up, pin-up girl, everything. Because that's Bob Parsons, that's the owner. I said, I want to talk to your event coordinator. I want to host a ride out of here. And they came down, they were like, yeah, another veteran ride. Cool. In the beginning. And then we show up. It's pouring rain. Our honoree, his name was Mason Steele. This was ride number 1. Mason Steele took a piece of shrapnel through his face, blew off, I think it was the whole left side of his face. He wasn't in country. This is his first fucking convoy, or first time outside the wire, and he gets his face blown off. His dad came up to me after the ride. He goes, and I think it was like 2 years prior, 3 years prior to this, that he got blown up. It could have been more. I memory's a little foggy from back then. But he goes, I haven't seen my son smile since he got blown up. And he's been smiling all day. It physically hurts his face to smile, and he can't stop smiling. Thank you. And that was our first ride. We had 150 riders in monsoon rain the entire time. We raised $15,000. We gave Mason 11 grand. And that's how that whole thing started. And the last one I helped host, they just had their 10-year last year. The last one I was involved with, we had 1,350 bikes. We raised just over $40,000, and we gave 20 away. Yeah. So
Wow. Holy fucking shit. Jesus.
wild times, man.
Joe, you're big. You're a big dog, man. You're a big dog.
It was fun back then, man. We used to host the parties we used to host before the event. I remember. Do you guys ever hear of a dude named Jackal, Stephen Jackal?
Steven.
He was a Jackal. He was a double-leg amputee, Army veteran. I post stuff on him all the time. He dropped the puck at the Dallas Stars game.
Oh,
in
yeah.
In the American Infidels cut. I was here in Texas for 6 months, and I was reading his eulogy. And we the nonprofit thing, man, it has a shelf life. And doing the stuff that we did out there, we would host these parties where the last one that I did, there was like 2,000 people at the party, something like that. We had Jackal out there. He was with Operation Rock the Troops at the time, with Matt JC and all them. We had a big stage set up, right? We had a big stage set up. We had a barbecue pit on the other side. We had a dispensary set up inside of there. We had 2 bars set up. And then where our clubhouse was, directly across from that, was Ryan Cruzy, who was one of the first guys doing stunts on Harleys. So we would put up big spotlights out in the street, and they would rip all night long. And the last one I was there for, we had the cops roll up. Well, we had gates. So close the gates, put everybody inside, close the gates. It's compound. They couldn't come in. So I walk out there and I was like, hey guys, so what's going on? And he goes, so what are you guys up to in here tonight? I was like, actually, it's our pre-party for our ride. We got a big veteran ride tomorrow. He goes, yeah, right. And as he's saying that, his partner's tapping him. And I got Jackal walking up behind me with Jimmy Mack, and Jackal's got shorts on. He has obviously double amputee. And he comes rolling up. He's like, what's up, guys? And the guy looks at Jackal, and he looks at me. He looks him up and down. He looks at me. He goes, well, shit. I said, yeah, man, we'll probably give away 20 grand tomorrow with this ride. He's like, all right, man. He's like, we're about 3 miles from the 101 in Phoenix, where our clubhouse was. He goes, just keep the burnouts down. They can hear them in the houses over by the 101. You
Jesus.
got it. So yeah, that was a good one. But unfortunately, Jackal passed away. I got out here in 17. So New Year's 18.
You need to come back to. You need to come through Tennessee, brother.
Next time I ride that way, I'll let you know. I pass through Nashville every single time I go east.
Dude, we're like 45 minutes from Nashville. Fleek
Yeah.
lives 11 miles from me in Christiana, and then I live in Murfreesboro, and Nashville's just north of us.
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine I think he's a sheriff
Who?
over there. David Barris.
David Barris. No, I don't know him. I know Ryan Christopher Mosley. You remember him? Oh, no, you don't
Mosley.
remember him. He was a
No,
boot.
I knew Mosley.
You know Mosley?
Vaguely, yeah, I vaguely remember that name. I can't
Okay.
remember. I can't put a face to it.
Yeah, he works
But-
he works down in he's a Smyrna detective.
Okay,
Damn.
right on.
We have a lot of 3A guys. We got Stockton. He's in Knoxville. We got Switzer, who was a boot to you, boot to me. But yeah, we got a Nieves, Dobbs. They both live here in Tennessee. Those guys were boots to you too. But there's
Right on.
a big contention of 3A guys here in Tennessee.
Good stuff.
They ruined the Airbnb that I got from 2 years ago at a reunion. Ruined
That's
it.
your fault. That's your fault, man.
Yeah, you don't do that.
Dude. Hey,
He knows that.
Casey's brother was there. Okay, Casey's brother was there, and then these 3 other guys who I'm not going to name, they kept on kicking this statue of a soldier that was on the lanai. And I'm like, guys, if you keep on kicking that soldier, that statue is going to break. I turn my back for a second. Bam! Breaks. They're drunk as shit. They've been drinking since like 1 o'clock in the morning. And they break the picnic table. They clog all the toilets. The house is a mess. And I got it for them for free. No apology from the organization that sponsored this. And I'm not going to give you his name right now because I don't want to get caught up in slander or libel because that guy would probably do it. And then somebody that we already mentioned tonight was there for only 6 hours. But he also said that he planned the whole thing, which is totally a lie because it was me. For the past like 5 years, I've had the 3-8 India reunion. Virginia, Georgia, Tennessee. And then there was another place I can't remember.
Were you with them when they went by War Games with Scope and everybody? Because I was at the very first one back in.
Is that the one in
I don't
D.C.,
remember.
Virginia?
No, we did. The only one I ever went to, it was in Iowa, Twin Lakes, Iowa.
Nope. I was not there for that. No.
It was
I
at one
was
of the guys.
I think when you guys were having that, I think we were. When was that? In 06, 07?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, because we had just come back from Ramadi, and we were training for the 22nd MEU. So, some people officers could get away. Us enlisted folk and corporal, like myself, could not get away.
Yeah, Vorgang wasn't there for that one. This was
Okay.
just, this was, yeah, it was, a whole bunch of old guys. Link, Long, me, Stolp, Bo.
Do you remember a Hendricks?
Vaguely.
Robert Hendricks. Yeah, we had him on the podcast. He's a trucker. But he goes back and forth all the time. But he's one of the old salt dogs of 3-8 too.
Man, a lot of good times back then.
Well, I don't know. I saw this thing on Facebook today about these kids. Remember, we used to take the mattresses and we used to fling ourselves off of the second deck at like HP 155. And I saw that. I never did it. I saw it done, but I never did it. Did you guys have Chinese field days back then?
Oh yeah. Staff Sergeant Henderson. I don't know if he was there.
No, I don't remember him.
He got into some trouble our last deployment, so I don't remember what ever happened to him. But we had this kid. Oh, what the fuck was his name? McMath. McMath.
Yeah, I've heard. I've like for the older guys. I've heard some of these names, and talking to you is kind of bringing up some memories.
So I get dropped to the unit, and we're doing something, and I hear this commotion, and I come out, and I'm like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm McMath. I'm fapped out to the MPs." I was like, "I heard about you," and this kid stunk. Like when I say stunk, he did not shower. Did not shower at all. Did not shower. So, Staff Sergeant Henderson, we're doing JOB and fucking like junk on a bunk, like all the whole 9 yards for deployment, right? It was a ACM inspection. That's what it was. Their alert inspection.
Oh God, you guys were on
So-
ACM too?
Oh yeah. So it's everything laid out, right? Well, this kid is fapped out to the MP. Somebody stole half his gear. So this fuckwad's got like a thing of laundry detergent, a bar of soap, one bag, like his ditty bag, and his pack. And that was it. And Henderson comes in and loses his mind. I see this kid fly to one end of the room. The thing of laundry detergent goes to the other end of the room. And like all hell's breaking loose. I come in. I'm like, I'll handle it. Me and Otterstetter. You ever hear about Otterstetter? Otter?
I've heard the last name. I never met the guy, but I've heard the Otter Setter. I don't forget that name. Yeah.
So me and Otter, we go in there and we physically had to wash them. We stripped them down by the numbers, put them in the fucking shower, scrub brush, and scrub this kid down. No joke. So there was another one. It was Davis. That was the kid's name. The little black kid that got booted. His name was Davis.
We had two white Davises, so I don't know a black Davis. Sorry.
No, this one, he was gone. He was gone by the time, like, First Sergeant Kitchen beat the brakes off of this kid in his office. I was sitting outside of his office. I walked, and there's the kid I threw through the quarterdeck because he lied to me. Told me, he's like, "No, Sergeant, I did coke last night." I was like, "You motherfucker." I grabbed him by the back of the head and just, boom, right through the door. That 3-8, I don't know if it was the same duty as you guys. It was like a door like this, right? And then the duty was gone.
Oh, yeah. In the main COC.
Like the company office.
Yeah.
The officer of the day was gone, but the sergeant of the day or whatever was the duty NCO. He was there, and this kid smashes into the duty desk, and he jumps up, looks. He was logging in. He looks down. I was like, he fell, and I literally dragged him into the company office for theft. He got caught stealing.
Article 121.
Oh my God. So I come outside my room, Burgos. He called me. He was on his, he was going through SEPs and everything. That Davis kid. He calls me up and Corporal, I need a ride. I'm over at this. I said, fucking walk. And I hung up the phone. Right. And this was daily. I'd be on duty, but Corporal Stazione, it's Davis. Click. Walk. Click. I hated him. He lied to me and he stole. I don't do that. He stole from one of his own guys while he was sleeping. Right? Another story. Anyway, he calls Burgos. Burgos, my roommate at the time. So Burgos goes down to the duty, and we didn't know it was Davis. Well, Burgos doesn't come back. We're sitting up in a room fucking off, and Burgos never comes back. So I look outside the door, and he's outside with this big sergeant from weapons company. I was like, fuck did Davis do? And Burgos looks at me, how'd you know? I was like, I don't know, man. It's just the topic of the day. Yeah, it's just the topic of the day. He goes, man, he stole a car. I said, he did what? He did what? He goes, he stole a fucking car. He goes, he was out with this Lance Corporal, and the Lance Corporal was standing next to this massive sergeant. He was out with this kid last night. They came to my house, and they were both drunk, so I put them to bed. Woke up this morning. All my CDs are gone. This is the sergeant telling me this. He goes, all my CDs are gone and his girlfriend's car. I'm like, awesome. So Duty comes out. Corporal Burgos, Davis on the phone. I said, nope, I'll take this one. I get down there. So where the fuck are you? He goes, Corporal, I got my girl pregnant. I had to tell her mom. I said, I don't give a fuck. What is going on? You need to bring this car back right now. I said, you're going to get hit like Grand Theft Auto, man. Like, you're in big trouble. So he comes back, and I'm standing downstairs. And you remember, like, the old barracks, like staircase, right?
Yeah.
The laundry rooms.
Yep.
Little laundry rooms. The kid's sitting there that he stole a car from in a laundry room. I'm over here. Come give me the keys. I was like, Davis looks at me like this. I said, go give him the keys, man. It was like a cartoon. When he got to that door, he got snatched up, dragged into the fucking. By the time I made it from the curb to the laundry room, it looked like a murder scene. They dragged this kid. He beat the shit out of this kid. So I gotta take him to the fucking duty, right? Well, I gotta clean him up first. So I kick in Otter's door. Otter's sleeping, just came off duty. He wakes up, looks at him, and he goes, oh my God. He goes, you finally did it. What did you do? I was like, I didn't do it, man. I did not do it. He goes, I said, get Doc right now. We need to call Doc. So he calls Doc. He gets Doc. Doc comes down, walks in. Two docs and one of the other corporals. They look at him and go, holy shit, what did you, what the fuck did you do? I said, he fell down the steps, man. Patch this kid up. I got to take him to first sergeant. So I take him over. I get him. This one, he lied to me. I said, is there anything else I need to know? We're right at the steps of the company office. I did cocaine last night. Threw him through the fucking door. He sits in there for probably 3 hours waiting for First Sergeant Kitchen. Boy, that was the second time. Never saw that kid again. Never saw that kid again.
I just can't believe First Sergeant Kitchen was the company first sergeant for India Company. When I knew him, he was Kilo Company's first sergeant.
I remember his brief when we got to Okinawa. He's like, don't fuck up. I am a made man in this motherfucker. You will leave here with no rank. All right.
I could definitely see him doing that. Hey, Joe. Can you talk a little bit about your flags and like what's going on with them?
Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely. So, no. Me and you can kick.
We can kick the tires about 3 days, man.
So back when I was in Phoenix, I started with the furniture company and I started doing these flags. We had an event where I needed kind of a heated one that fit the decor and then a painted one fit the decor. And I had an idea and I used this paint on one of those waving flags and things went crazy. Well, fast forward, I moved to Texas. I take the custom sign business, basically the flags, with me. My dad sends me with a MIG welder and a plasma cutter that we bought with the company. Sends me on my way. I get here, 22 Kill asked me, do something that you've never done. We have a gala coming up, or it was Leaders of Construction or something, some fundraiser. They said, do something that you've never done. In 1 second. So I was messing around and I made the first folded flag. And the first folded flag, it was just 18 gauge front, and the stars were painted on it. Since then, I've made these flags that are
fucking beautiful.
It's 18 gauge sheet metal, and I bend it and I put it in a 2.5-inch frame. It has 1/8-inch stainless steel stars on it, and I paint them, and then I make the back.
So you can hang it up.
Of them. These are great for gifts, awards, thank yous. These are absolutely outstanding for pretty much anything you want. $100. I do any veteran, it's $100. And
I can afford that.
And then I do bulk. I do a bulk as well. These are great. Like I said, just had order a 44 go out for golf outings and a couple other things that the chick does fundraising for. These are really good for that. I'm doing 20 of them for 2 different nonprofits, Defenders of Freedom and then One Tribe Foundation here coming up.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I did, they asked me again, do something that you've never done. So I created this flag. I don't know if I can bring you over to it so you guys can see this a little bit better. This is all 1/8-inch stainless steel, 1/8-inch stainless steel stars,
Oh,
all laser
gorgeous.
cut, hand ground, and painted. There
Wow.
you go. That's a little bit better. You can see everything. But it's they sit in a 2-inch by 2-inch square tube frame, 065 frame. There's all supports in the middle and then on the top and the bottom that hold everything. Everything is drilled and all put together by hand. These weigh about 150 pounds. The smaller version that we do weighs about 51 pounds. These retail, the smaller ones retail at $2,000. The bigger ones retail at $4,000. If you're doing if you're a veteran, I'll knock $1,000 off of each one, and then we do bulk deals and stuff like that as well.
Do you ship that?
Yes.
How much does it cost to ship a 150-pound flag?
Well, back around COVID, it was $500. Right now, they hit me for about 2,500.
What?
We
So
were
I'm
asking
trying
about that on Facebook the other day.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure it out right now. I got to call FedEx and UPS and see what I can do and talk to some people because at this point I don't know. I will ship them 100% if somebody watches your show or anybody you know, Ton Tavern stuff, whatever it is, shit, I'll drive it up there. But we'll figure it out at this point. But I'm working.
You better.
Excuse me, I'm
Hey,
working
dude,
through all that.
no. Nah, I got an idea. We're going to commission something tonight for Ton Tavern.
Okay.
You're going to come up to Tennessee, and then we're going to drive together because I'm already booked. Like, I'm already up there. Like, I already got I've got a timeshare in Hershey, PA, which is like an hour and a half away from Philly, and I don't drink no more, so I'm going to be the DD for everybody. I'm picking up 4 other second platoon guys. We're all going up and we're going to have a good time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But these guys are serious. These guys are these guys are not going to fuck anything up. These guys are good. Like Gilberto Rodriguez, Switzer, Carl Golian, all these guys, they're good guys. They're not going to break any shit. But we'll go together. Shit. Damn, you were doing some crazy stuff, man.
Thank you. What else do I have around here? So I'm getting ready for Sturgis right now.
Do you have a trailer that you pile all that stuff in when you go to shows?
Do I have what?
You have like a big trailer you pile all that stuff in for like shows?
No, actually. So this is the second art show I've ever done. I've never done an art show before. I did a piece for a friend of mine in the motorcycle community, and she called me up and she's like, "Look, I am launching this art show with Harley Davidson, and I want you to be part of it if you're down." I was like, I've never had stock of any of my stuff. Like I never have stuff built up. So I'm like, if I have stuff, because I just re-engaged this business last December, a year ago December.
Yeah.
With me and my wife both got fired. Long story, lawsuits and a whole bunch of other shit. And it forced my hand into, I'm 45 right now. I'll be 46 here in October. So do I go to Lowe's and get a job and try and collect a retirement someday when I'm 90? You know what I mean? Do I go to work as a welder? I'm making $15 an hour starting. You know what I mean? So it's like those weren't options for me. So my wife got a great job working for Benchmark Mortgage, and I went back into fabricating. So I started back in 20. I started painting bikes and helmets because 21 March of 21 was my last big order I had of flags, and it was for a fundraiser. And I didn't get any more calls until about 3 years ago. Jimmy asked me to do something for a big event that they do here, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to go into painting bikes and helmets and doing this other stuff." I was working security, and I really enjoyed the like metal flake, gold leaf, pinstriping, and all that different stuff. So I put the two together, and just this year I did a series of 5 Mona Lisas. I'm bringing 2 of them up there for sale. I have 3 still. One I just haven't shipped to one of my guys, one of my buddies in Boston. but then the other two I have for sale. I did. Whoa, yes, Andy Warhol soup, Campbell soup can.
Nice.
What?
Oh, that's cool as shit, dude.
So I did that one, and then right after this one, that's when the Mona Lisa started. And I did a series of five of them, five different backers, like five different back plates. Mona Lisa was the same on all five, and then all the backs were different. Like the first one, it said had roses on it, and it said Mona Lisa around it, and silver leaf and airbrush, and then it was pinstriped with a gold leaf border. The second one was white flake, silver leaf border painted blue with blue sun rays behind her on the standoff on the white flake. So it was absolutely awesome. The third one that I did was purple flake, and it was pinstriped, 100% pinstripe gray with a gold leaf border. Um, Number four was Louis Vuitton, the whole Louis Vuitton pattern with a big LV in the side of it with a gold leaf border. And then number five was very, very Da Vinci with a lot of his text that he wrote out, and a couple of like drawings that he had that I did with stencil and airbrush. But that's kind of where I'm at right now, is trying to get these flags going as gifts, awards, things for bigger companies, corporations, nonprofits, golf outings, whatever it may be, so I can do more of the artwork stuff.
Yeah.
I did a big Trump piece. That one went for 8,500.
What?
Yeah, I
Jesus.
sold that. Actually, the guy that bought Mona Lisa #1, I knew he was a Trump supporter, so I sent it to him just randomly. I was like, "Hey, if you know anybody, I know you're a supporter." He goes, "Can I switch? My Mona Lisa's went for 4,000." So I was like, "Absolutely." I said, "It's 8,500." He goes, "All right, cool. Wired me the money that night." So like right now, right after Sturgis, I'm going to start a series of 7 Virgin Marys.
Nice.
And it'll be very much like the Mona Lisa. Mary will be the same, and then it'll be a different Bible verse behind her. It'll be different backer, different color, and then I'm going to do a custom rosary for each one. So I'll have 7
These are
different.
all metal?
Yeah, yeah. So
That's so
Mona Lisa
cool.
weighed 81 pounds. Yeah, these, like I said, the big flag weighs 150 pounds boxed. But I make special hanging hardware for everything, and everything sits flush on your wall.
Hey, Joe, by the way, I was trying to remember while you were talking. I did send an intro to Pat Daly on June 27th, an introduction. And he was supposed to get back to you. I will send this again tonight.
Okay.
So to all 3 of those guys, just so you can get some more business from them.
Here's
I-
Go ahead. No, I can hear you. I'm gonna run and grab one more thing.
I'm
You guys will like.
gonna order something for the Ton Tavern people as soon as we get off here. So
Yeah, let me know on that. I have not. I've done small Marine Corps flags. I've done like the torn up one that I do with the EGA in the middle of it, and I got away with it without licensing because it's a EGA I have actually tattooed on my hands. It was a different
it's
version.
a different. Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
I didn't get hit on licensing. So I want to do. I have part of the eagle done, but I want to do a big flag like that
Right.
with a 3D EGA. But that's going to take me time, and I'm going to need somebody to pay me.
Yeah.
That's going to be a cool one. But I have the majority of the eagle done. I have a big eagle head. If you go on to my Instagram, Prospect Hill Flag Company or Flag Co., way down, you'll see a couple of different eagle heads that I did and stuff like that.
Are you on Facebook too, Joe?
Yeah, Prospect Hill Flag
Prospect
Company
Hill?
on Instagram and Facebook. So a friend of mine from Arizona, married a Marine, called me up and she's like, "I want a sign if you're interested, where it looks like somebody took a bite out of the side of it and it says, 'Warning, don't feed the Marines.'" So I was like, all right. I said, look, I'm not gonna. I didn't want to build the sign like I would all 3D and everything like that because it would have been way too much. And she only wanted something for like a kitchen. I was like, I'm getting ready to paint a bunch of stuff. I said, bear with me and let me figure a couple things out. So this is where we're at.
Nice. Oh, dude, that's awesome.
So this is actually their wedding date down here. So I was like, you know what? I got an idea. I said, what's your wedding date? And she sent it to me. So this is her wedding date, and this is what I came up with. So I'll hand letter everything, like letter outline everything in black, and that's all gold leaf on red flake.
Dude,
Can you
that's
guys
gorgeous.
see it?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, dude, it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
love it.
So this is where my fun is. Like this for me. The flags are cool. Don't get me wrong. Like every single time I finish one of those, or I finish a bunch of the folded flags, and I look at them, it's like this is my creation 100%. Nobody
Dude,
else in the entire country does
it's
these.
like you're doing your own therapy, like with this stuff.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I've found a lot of peace just dropping that hood with a set of headphones on.
Dude, that's
Absolutely.
see,
But
guys, you find a passion, you know, you can do good things if you find a passion. Damn.
I agree.
Joe, we're at an hour 9. Fleek, do you want to ask any more questions?
Man, I'm good. Just I need to get your. Do you have a website and everything? I'll put everything in the show notes in case somebody sees this. They can get a hold
Yeah.
of
It's Stazfab, STAZFAB.com.
it. Oh yeah.
It's great. Hey, it's great stuff. Hey, Joe, pick a number between 1 and 10 and don't pick 7.
4.
Oh, another 4. Here's your question. Can you tell us about a time when you witnessed extraordinary courage or camaraderie among your own comrades, be it 3/8, be it whoever else you were attached to while you were in the service?
Yeah. So we had a guy. We had 2 Lance Corporals on post. Does that say everything you need to know?
Yeah, that says a lot. That's a
In
novel.
Kings Bay, right? That could be 100% a book. So these two though down in Kings Bay we were condition 1 all the time. Which for those of you that don't know what that is, that's magazine in, round and chamber. Like we're ready to go. Click the safety and you're rolling. So we had these 2 kids that were bored and they were playing quick draw. And it was one of my first I was getting ready to pick up corporal. I picked up corporal, and it was my first COG, one of my first couple COG posts. And I'm standing, the way that it was set up is inside of where our barracks was. We lived in basically a bunker, and it would have withstood a blast if it was a nuclear blast that happened. And there you had the alarm control center inside of there, which is behind a bulletproof door. Then you had the quarterdeck, and then you had Mike 20, which is basically comms, let people into the barracks, communicated with all the posts on radios, swapped radios, charged radios, all that stuff. I'm sitting in there logging in with the corporal that's on, and he's showing me what to do, and a call comes into the alarm control center, and kid's screaming. He's like, "Shot Brozak! I shot Brozak!" Well, holy shit! I looked at Machado was the corporal that was on. He was coming off. I was going on. I looked at Machado. I was like, "We got to go!" And we jumped in the truck and we hauled ass to the ECP. And as soon as we opened the door of the ECP, that ammonia smell from the gunpowder just blasted you right in the face. And this kid's on the ground and he's screaming. And without a second thought, like Machado pulled off his belt, tourniquet on the kid's leg, and we tended to him as we were handling everything else that was the chaos that was going on in there. I did not deploy. I did not go to combat. I did not go to Haiti with them. I didn't go to Ramadi. I wasn't in any of that stuff. I got out 03 before shit got really fucking weird. So my interactions with anything like that were very, very limited, but that's one thing that stands out in my mind. He acted pretty damn quick, did what needed to be done, and we put the kid on a life flight right outside the barracks there, right outside the post, and sent him away.
Jeez.
What happened to the dude that shot him? Like, what the hell?
He Leavenworth for a period.
Nice.
Yeah, I saw him on Facebook. He was a Bible thumper. Dude went to like church like 5 days a week. And they were just fucking bored. Literally, captain left to get gas. And as soon as he turned the corner, the kid, they were fucking around on a post. And he went out, checked the vehicle, and he put the magazine in and put his weapon in the holster. He didn't lock around. The kid in the inside sentry locked around, put it in his holster. And as soon as he came in, boom,
What?
got him right through one leg, into the other leg,
God.
lodged and shattered this femur, lodged in this femur, and the kid now has 2 titanium rods in his legs.
Jesus.
It's
Yeah.
like one of our 3A guys. Well, after you left, he was at home cleaning his personal pistol. What are you supposed to do when you get a pistol handed to you, or you're handling with a gun? What's
Clear
the
it.
first thing you do?
Clear it.
You clear it. You check if it's loaded. This guy was cleaning his pistol. Calm guy. Shot himself in the damn leg in his home
So,
while we were
We're-
like getting ready for deployment. Oh my God. Yeah.
oh, look, man, we were getting ready to leave for Japan, and these 2 guys were on leave, and they come back in casts, not going on deployment with them. Like, what the fuck happened? It's like they went squirrel hunting, right? The squirrel ran up his leg, so this idiot shot him, and the squirrel ran over here and went up his leg. So the idiot that got shot was on the ground and shot it. Are you fucking serious right now, man? Like,
Hey, Joe, last question, man. Last question before we end
Shoot.
this. Was Gunny Lambert around?
Lambert.
A Lambert, big black guy, talked a lot about guns, talking about like his limo speeches were awesome. Like he has a bag of lie, a shotgun, and here's my phone number. If anything goes wrong, give me a call. I'll take care of it.
No.
You guys didn't have him?
No, that's
Okay.
not like my limo brief.
Dude, that shit was, oh. What was your, okay, tell me a limo brief that you got told one time.
Oh, it was my guys were the easy ones. Like, you drink, don't drive. You drive, don't drink. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. They were
Oh,
boring.
That
But I
was,
used to, like, all the stuff, like, I used to take care of my guys as much as I could. Like, we had one kid show up to, was Barr still there? BARR? Was he still there?
all these names, I heard them from like the salty guys, from Bashard and from Casey.
This dude shows up to the front gate with fucking fingernail polish and lipstick on and fishnets.
What?
Coming from a
Yeah.
goth show. Yeah.
What? At Lejeune?
Oh, yeah. At Lejeune. They called me up, come wake me up, or we were partying, whatever. You got to go down and pick up Bar at the front gate. I'm like, what? Why? Like, he's wearing lipstick and nail polish.
Okay, so I guess
Like,
it happened
what?
in 2003. People were just experimenting. It happened
This
back
was-
then too.
He was a goth kid, like one of them weird, yeah. We had
Ugh.
another one in Japan that liked to be cut. Like,
Oh,
dude,
he was a cutter.
we can go for a long time. I can
Dude.
tell you stories. Holy shit!
Joe, I am so glad that we reunited, and I'm so glad you're on this podcast. Fleek and I are very, very happy to have talked to you tonight. And to the people out there, go on Prospect Hill Flag Company, order some shit. I'm about to. I know Fleek's about to too, because his eyes got really wide when that little triangle you showed
That
that.
triangle thing was badass.
It is
Thank you.
badass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So,
But hey, Fleek, you got any saved rounds for the kiddies at home?
so has anybody ever given you like a logo and you built something out of a logo? Like, can you do
Yeah,
a-
if you go onto the Instagram, I've done Dixon Flannel Company. I did one of their tags. I'm doing a logo for a counseling company a buddy of mine owns. I do all kinds of different stuff.
I got one
I love
for
this
you,
pretty
and so
cool,
does
man. I
Fleek
gotta-
has
I gotta-
one for you.
I gotta
I
see if
got
you
one
can do
for you
mine.
too. Yep.
Yeah, send it over.
Now you just said that because I actually, not to rain on Fleek's parade or your parade, but
You
I
always
did.
do that.
I'm sorry, man. It just you spark all this stuff that I was like, oh shit, I need to talk about that. I did something with Patch. Do you know Patch Ops? Do you know Tim Hickey, that guy who does PatchOps.com?
No.
I have done something. I paid $270 today for something he's doing for me, which you are eventually going to get an email from me wanting to buy this because it's sweet. But I want to make something. It looks like this that I'm going to send you. I want you to make it into one of your flags.
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, send it to me.
I know, and I know Fleek has a lot of very, very good ideas about what he wants to do.
I do. I'll either build them, I'll paint them, I'll like whatever really you want.
Okay.
But yeah, I have quite a few logos that are on there.
You hear that out there, guys? He can do it all. If you're a veteran, you get a discount. So call him up. Joe Stazione, Sergeant, Godfather of the Slam Pigs, right here.
Yes.
I really wish I knew what that was.
Dude, listen, if you had to haze Bobby Boucher and Casey, then you basically hazed them into making the Slam Pigs because then they turned around and hazed us. So you are the godfather of all of our fucking hazing. So thank you.
I'll take it.
Thank you. Thank you. My knees thank you. My back thanks you. My neck thanks you.
Yeah.
Nah, Joe, I love you, man. And we'll talk some more. And I know Fleek is gonna be hitting you up very, very soon.
Sounds good, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, stick around for 1 second after
For
we
1 second,
hit
Joe.
stop. And thanks for everyone for tuning in. Until next time.
Peace.